Howdy, howdy, everybody. I am 90 seconds late this time. Just barely. Just barely. uh, Lou already said, let's see if is on time this week. The old sweet potato. I was 90 seconds late. I forgot to turn on the camera. And then it takes a while for the stream to catch up and all that good stuff. What's going on, everybody? We got a good show for you this week. Come on, let's see the people chime in, trickle in here. Usually notification squad has to come in. There we go. 83 concurrent viewers, something like that. Maddie says, Papa Yam. Nolan, why so much R9 hate? I don't get it. Are you asking if I'm hating on the R9 or just like in general? Because I have thoughts on that. We actually just wrapped up a video today talking about the new Super Sport generation and the whole differences and all that. It's actually pretty interesting. We kind of devised this thesis of like Yamaha's new sliding scale of street versus track bikes. It's pretty interesting. So I think it's going to be good. Lou says we can blame YouTube's delay. You know, one thing I've noticed, I'm curious to see if you guys have witnessed this. So I was talking to my editor about this. I have noticed that the first, like, half a second of a video, the audio doesn't exist. I don't know if that's just my videos or everybody's videos, but you guys let me know if that's happening to you or if it's just, like, my laptop. I have no idea. This is now Yammie Noob tech support. This is now, I need to, have you tried turning it off and on again? I'm just going to go reset my router. Just let me get a new motherboard. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Colby says, I can't wait for you to review the R9 on the road. Honestly, it is genuinely one of my most anticipated bikes for 2025. Wow, I can't believe that's next year. That's in 2 months, actually, not even next year. Well, also next year, but you guys know what I mean. I am super, super, super excited for that bike. I'm going to get one as a giveaway. Going to do extensive testing with it. Very excited for that. So we are... Sir Brock said, ignore my message, LOL, unsubscribed. I didn't even see your message, dude. I'm not looking at the chat 24/7. I'm sorry, but it's okay. If you got to unsubscribe, you got to do what you got to do. I understand. It's okay. Let's jump into the pre-stream. I usually just hang out here for, hang out here. Why do I sound like I'm Midwestern? I usually hang out here for a couple minutes, let people trickle in before we start the show for real, answer some questions, joke around too. Lou Stella says, new bikes with the YAMT as well. Yes, that's, we actually have, I think, a question about the new MT-07. I'm excited to talk about that. Maybe not enough to do like a whole video with, but lots to discuss for sure on a question. Super Mono for giveaway. Are you talking about the new Ducati Super Mono? This guy asks, are you going to review the Rocket 3R? I already reviewed the Rocket 3, so if you want to type in Yammie Noob Rocket 3, you can check that out. I already did that video. Yusuf asking, are you really giving away free bikes? My friend, I've given away like 52 different motorcycles, if you can believe it. So yes, I really do think so. Addy V, you think Yamaha is going to switch to a V4 engine? 100%. I discussed this in the R1 video. There was like I sneakily snuck in some MotoGP content in there because I am, as many of you know, an avid MotoGP fan. I've been for many years. Love racing content, all that good stuff. I just don't talk about it much on the channel because not that many people care. Not a big Venn diagram of new riders and MotoGP insane diehard fans, so I tend to not talk about it much. But yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting, and I think they're going to pilot it out for next year, which is going to be really cool. So, yeah. Who said, oh yeah, the new S1000 and M1000? I don't understand. I feel like was it 2 years ago that we got a new S1000 and we already get another new S1000? I know they did it just for the winglets for homologation, as if Toprak needed any help in World Superbike to keep getting results, but maybe they're trying to get what's his face, Vandermark, to get some results. But I like it. You know what? I'll credit where credit's due. New S1000 single R looks really good. It's a good looking motorcycle. I gotta give it to him. Someone asked about the Ducati Hyper mono earlier, and I'm sorry to check my phone on stream, but my buddy who runs Eurocycle is hooking me up with one for a loaner bike, and he just texted me, so I apologize for that. Elf Master P Cup. What an excellent username. Can you test drive a Dodge Tomahawk? You know what? If anybody has the hookup for one of those, yes, I would love to try. That's the crazy V8, like, it's got like a skeleton for a frame, and like you lay down and ride it. Or am I thinking of the Y2? It's called the Y2K bike. Isn't it the Y2K, the jet bike? These two bikes are the bikes that always come up when we do fastest bike list videos. Some spec sheet warriors like, what about that bike? I'm like, it's not really a production bike, so I don't know. Welcome to the Adventure Bikes Club, says John P. Thank you very much, my friend. I'm actually having a lot of fun. I think next Tuesday, we have a fun ADV-oriented vlog coming out for you guys. Fred Rand, are you coming out to EICMA next week? Man, I wish. I've been to EICMA a few years. It's a really, really, really sweet event, and it's a lot of fun to go out there, and I love Italy. But unfortunately, I do have a 4-month-old baby, so that's kind of tough to travel with said baby all the way to Italy. Holidays are coming up. I just moved, so it's probably not in the cards. No plans for it right now. Logan says, howdy from the Discord fam. What's up? I love seeing the Discord boys on the live streams. It's always a good time. Boys, why don't we get started, shall we? Why don't we start doing the questions? Start this live stream off. Let's get it moving here. As always, if you got questions, drop me on chat. I will try to answer some questions, but these are the questions we selected to discuss a little bit more in depth today. And so let's begin with rider questions answered. Producer Logan has a new graphic on here. That's a good looking Photoshop. I got my neck to match up. A little bit too thick of a neck. I don't think I have a fat all neck situation there. I do like the E=MC Hayabusa logo on there too, but or not logo, the formula. So yeah, let's get started, okay? Subaru WRX2 on Discord asked me, and I think some of you on chat asked about this. Do you think the updates to the MT-07 make it viable in the class, or is it just on par now? I think it's a great update, and the new look finally nailed the styling. So lots to say here about the MT-07, right? The MT-07 was a bike that was starting to look a little long in the tooth. The 698cc, or is it 689? 689cc parallel twin, the crossplane, the CP2 platform, 75 horse, 50 foot-pounds of torque. They launched it in 2013. It was just a phenomenal engine. Phenomenal, just like silly, wheelie happy, fun naked bike you could ride on the street. Cheap, get one, goof around with it. Great time, great sound. But the category has moved on, right? Hornet 750, GSX 8S, 210 660 to an extent. That's a much more expensive motorcycle. More horsepower or more torque or bigger engines or bigger features. The MT-07 started looking a little old. So they gave it with, I believe it's new upside-down suspension, upside-down forks up at the front, a new TFT, rider modes. They sell it in an automatic now, which is crazy. That automatic actually has cruise control, which I'm like, well, why didn't you put cruise control in the manual one? I would have loved that. I thought that was a really strange thing. And it's a really exciting update. They made the frame more rigid too, which, dude, I love that update specifically because the MT-07 was notable for being soft and having slop and just like wallowing around. But it did wheelies good and it was fun to ride and peppy and we could kind of forgive it. But yeah, this is a great update. I mentioned this on a different stream where I talked about the MT-07 and I said that all that they needed to do was just inject a little bit of R7 into the MT-07 and call it a day. They added more tech to it and they added more features than I'd expected to. And they kept it extremely lightweight, which is great. I think the bike weighs a little, like literally like 3 pounds over 400, like 400 pounds dead even, basically. So I think they really nailed it. I didn't think they needed to add a bigger engine, to be honest. The MT-07 never felt slow. It never felt, like it wasn't torquey enough. And the 689 is super reliable. So for me, I think it's a great update. And I love that it looks really good now. I'm so happy that the new MT bikes look really good. I'm just waiting for the MT10 to get that styling update. I'm going to get one as a giveaway bike because they're just finally really, really cool. So that's some thoughts on the new MT07 and pretty exciting stuff. All right, General Potato on Discord. Great username as well. I'm looking to get into street bikes and have a lot of off-road experience on a 2022 YZ450F. I have the opportunity to get this 2023 Royal Enfield Hunter 350 for $2K. I know it's slow, but I'm wondering if I should look for a faster bike that would last me longer. I have a lot of experience, so I was thinking about going to a 600 right away, but I don't know at the moment. Okay, if you are used to riding a 2022 YZ450F, which, if memory serves me correctly, is a 450cc sort of cross-country enduro, like off-road motorcycle. It's not the motocross bike because I think that's the R. My knowledge on those is a little limited. But either way, that's a competition 450cc dirt bike. Those are serious business. You are going to be incredibly bored with the 2023 Royal Enfield 350. Excuse me, boys. I think that you should go for the middleweight naked category. It's a little bit more upright, a little bit more similar to your dirt bike that you are used to. And I think that if you were to get something like that, it would just last you a little bit longer. I wouldn't recommend getting a 600 right away because it's ergonomically super different than your dirt bike. I really think that getting, maybe a street triple or an MT09 would be a great street bike for you to get. Even an FC07, something like that. So that would be my recommendations, especially since you have a lot of off-road experience. A Royal Enfield Hunter 350. I mean, I know it's a low price, but you're going to be painfully bored with that thing, honestly. That's just my recommendation, though. I am Half Sack on Discord has asked me, I don't have a bike yet, but I got my mind set on a ZX4RR. Any tips or pointers for starting on this bike as my first sport bike? So this is an interesting one, and I'm actually curious. I'm going to run a poll here because I feel like this is a poll question. I'm going to ask you guys, is the ZX4RR a beginner bike? Yes or no? And I want to ask this because I really struggled to figure this out when I had a ZX4RR as a giveaway bike. Here's the weird thing. A Kawasaki ZX4RR on the website, they list it as like beginner rider appropriate. And I'm like, well, sort of. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of expensive. In stock form, it barely makes peak power. It makes like 58 horsepower to the tire, I think. It's not that fast. And most importantly, it doesn't make a ton of torque down low. So for I am Half Sack on Discord, I think this is a good option, mostly because it doesn't make a ton of torque, right? One of the scariest things about getting on a powerful motorcycle, especially as someone who doesn't have much experience, is you whack the throttle, it's a ton of torque, you get little wheelie pops, and you get a little scared of the bike, right? Whiskey throttle it to get away from you. You almost literally cannot do that with the CX4. I remember I was just doing silly stuff with it off camera when I had as a giveaway bike, and I just whacked the throttle. It didn't do anything that scary. So I would say perhaps maybe wait a little bit to get the ECU flash to unlock the full power. It does add about 20 wheel horsepower, so it's quite a bit. I'm assuming you're US-based. If you're not US-based, none of what I just said applies. And I would say that, if you have the budget for it, just know that it's a bike that you're probably going to keep for a while because it kind of has, like bigger bike presence. It sounds like a big bike. It kind of feels like a big bike. So I think it's one that you're going to keep for a little bit longer. And even better, when you jump on a ZX6 or a, God forbid, a ZX10, don't do that, but a ZX6, for example, it's just going to feel the same, but just more, which is cool. So that would be my recommendation on this question. Looks like you guys said 53% yes. So you're pretty split, right? Like pretty split on whether or not it's a beginner bike, right? I don't know either, honestly. Yeah, it's been tough. Okay. Rocky Rambo on YouTube asked me this question. Have I ever had buyer's remorse on a bike? Now, this is a great question, and I feel like a lot of people out there in the great wide world of YouTube and motorcycling have maybe thought that they would have a good time on a motorcycle, a specific bike. Let's say they wanted to get an R1 or they wanted to get a big touring bike or whatever it is. And then they were kind of like, oh man, this isn't really what I was looking for. It happens more often than you think because motorcycles are so different. I would say that the only time I got close to this was when I started riding my desert sled more off-road. This was back in 2020. Yeah, that's when I started really riding it off-road. I started dabbling in 2019 with it off-road a little bit. But in 2020, I did a lot of stuff. And I kind of had this feeling like, oh man, like this isn't really the right tool for the job. But that's when I started getting more involved with lighter weight dirt bikes, and I started dabbling with some other stuff that was a little bit more lightweight and fun off-road, and I realized I just had the wrong tool for the job. That's the only time I came close to buyer's remorse with a motorcycle that I purchased personally. I don't think of any other bike. I haven't bought a personal bike in a while. I just got that Touareg 660, but that was a little different because Aprilia basically gifted me the bike. So I feel great with what I spent on that motorcycle. I just paid tax and dock fees. But I would say that, no, I actually haven't. The desert sled was the closest I got, but only in that one specific way, to be honest. Weirdly enough, for as many giveaway bikes as I buy, I am incredibly stingy and very cautious with buying personal motorcycles because I know that it can be a bit of a hassle. Okay, buyer's remorse on a bike. To be honest, when I turboed the Busa, by the end of it, I had buyer's remorse. I was like, why did I do this? I'm glad I made some videos out of it and had some fun with it, but man, I was really ready to call it day on that bike. So let's keep it moving here. Okay, IT Pirate. It's just that time of year. I love the end of the year because we get all the new bikes and everyone wants to know what I think about them. And this one I don't have too much of an opinion on. This question is first impression on the new Tiger 800. So Triumph just released their new sport touring offering, the Tiger Sport 800, not to be confused with the Tiger 850 Sport, which is different. And I don't understand why you would have both those motorcycles in the lineup at the same time, because I was even confused trying to read this press release. It features a new 798cc triple that makes like 115 horsepower, I think. Reasonably well priced. I really hate that the screen that they put on that bike is like it's from the Trident 660. It looks incredibly low budget. I've actually kind of been a little disappointed with Triumph's kind of cheapness in general. It really feels like their newest bikes are just kind of a little cheap, to be honest. The Daytona 660 to me just felt very plasticky, very cheap. It really feels like they're trying to hit a price point. So yeah, I just feel like the new Tiger 800, to me, it's not that exciting because if you're going to get a 3-cylinder sport touring thing, the Tracer 9 is always there, and the Tracer 9 is the cream of the crop, and it's a phenomenal motorcycle. So yeah, I don't know. I think the Tiger 800, Tiger Sport 800 is a bit of a miss just because it doesn't seem to have that much technology or features for the price. And I think that, yeah, IT Pirate on here actually commenting on the question. That's pretty cool. There's too many Tigers in the lineup, and I agree. There's way too many. There was the 900, there was the 850, there's the 1200, the Rally Pro, the GT, now this Tiger 660 and the 800. I'm like, guys, you can't have 19 different Tigers. Start calling them different stuff. I think they should make a sport touring thing and then an adventure thing and just call them different bikes. I really think the Tiger name should be used for the ADV bike because that's what it was historically, and then come up with something for the sport touring bike. Maybe we could finally bring back the Sprint name. Maybe we could finally just call it the Sprint because that's what it should be, right? I don't know. That's just my take on it as a Triumph simp. All right. Easy Crepe on YouTube has asked, time to replace my brake lines. Interesting. Before pads or anything else, maybe whatever. Are steel braided lines overkill for the street? Just trying to put in something that will last a little longer. Thanks. Good question. The main reason to upgrade your brake lines over the stock hoses, if you have them, is traditionally a lot of motorcycles utilize rubber hoses. Now, rubber hoses are great in terms of their cost, right? They're very cheap to put on motorcycles, even though I don't see them that often on bikes nowadays. But one of their poor properties is that they tend to expand under heat, under very heavy braking. As the fluid heats up, the rubber hoses expand, right? Steel braided lines do not expand, and so that gives you better braking feel when it gets hotter, the fluid and the temperatures. When the brake hose expands with that rubber, it's more surface area, more volume. It just changes the way that it feels on the lever, and it kind of sucks. It gets kind of squishy. You get brake fade. It doesn't work very well. Steel braided lines, if you don't have ABS, is a super simple swap. You literally just pop off the 2 banjo bolts, assuming you have a single caliper, just put the new line in, bleed the line, call it a day. If you have ABS, it's a little bit more annoying because you got to go from the brake master cylinder to the module, back to the caliper, fish that through the existing lines that you had before. However, I would say, because I'm a bit of a degen, right? Let's be real here. If you're going to swap out the lines, I would say just nuke the ABS in the front anyways. You're going to get way better feel on the front. And I think that, look, having ABS is great, obviously, but I think that if you're looking at getting steel braided lines, just go direct. Makes a big difference. All right, fresh and toasty on Discord. Ninja 500 SE to a RS660 or a Street Triple RS. Great question. Tough question to answer. That's actually really difficult. Okay, let's take it from the bare, just like specs, right? Both of them cost about $12,000-ish brand new. If you were to get a Street Triple, you're getting way more bang for buck, right? The Street Triple is going to cost about that $12,000, but it's going to give you way more power and torque and an extra cylinder too. So on the face of it, you would say the Street Triple RS is a superior motorcycle. The Street Triple RS also has a honest-to-God sport bike frame. It's based on the 2013 plus Daytona frame. They haven't changed it too much. They've made a couple tweaks here and there, so it handles like an absolute dream. The RS660 has the new aluminum twin spar frame. Feels really great, but not quite as dialed in as a Street Triple. The Street Triple feels really, really proper. The only reason I would say to get an RS660 over the Street Triple would be if you really like the fully fared look. If you think the RS660 looks like a really cool bike, then you should do it. Because really, I think that the Street Triple is a superior motorcycle in virtually every way. The motorcycle has better street manners, I think, better torque. It works just as well on a racetrack, if not better. It's a little bit more upright, making it comfortable. So I would say get the Street Triple RS. I think it's a superior motorcycle, the RS660. Tarnished Squid on YouTube asked a funny question. Why are R6 people so cringe? That's actually hilarious. I don't know if it's like R6s find their owners or that the owners find their R6s, but it is hilarious that R6 people are some of the most vocal, like diehard, insane enthusiasts that the motorcycling community has to offer. I don't really know why. I find that R6 people, because they can buy the bikes typically so cheap, but because the bike is appreciated a little bit, they think that they have like the greatest motorcycle known to man. And it's a great bike. It's a good bike. You know, the R6 is very winning on track if you know what you're doing. It's a really fun bike. I think R6 people are kind of like, how do I phrase this without sounding mean? They think that because they can rev to 16,000 RPM that they're better than everybody. And I don't think that that's necessarily true. And I also find people who have only ever owned an R6, I tend to have a very narrow view of motorcycling. So that would be my only thing. And I can already see that I've made some people mad here in the comments. I'm so sorry. Battle said that he loved his R6, and I do apologize for that. Really quick, Obscenities, thank you for the $5. Said that my ZX4RR just got a bad knock in it. I'm disappointed because I've loved it so far. This is my big issue. First big issue. Sorry to hear it. I didn't even know that those had issues. New platforms tend to have problems, though. You never know what's going to happen with them. But I hope that that's under warranty and can get solved. Sorry to hear it. All right, Nick Caravias on Instagram asked me, is the T7 still the best middleweight ADV option, including reliability? Now, I may not be the best person to answer this because I own a Touareg 660, and I will stand for the Touareg 660, and I think it's the best ADV bike of all time, blah, blah, blah. But that's just because I own one and I'm an idiot, right? But I think the T7 is objectively one of the best options in the category. It's Yamaha build quality and reliability. It's bulletproof. It works extremely well. It sounds cool. It's a really solid bike. And I think that they just work really great. And if you're looking at a middleweight ADV option and you want something that's just going to be absolutely bulletproof, the T7 is really hard to argue with. It's a very, very solid motorcycle. Even though I do think the Touareg 660 just has that little extra pizzazz and flavor. Had some funny comments here on chat. Says, all sport bike riders under 40 are pretty cringe, says Justin. They act and live cringe. I think that it can be excused if you're 22 and you're acting a little cringe with your bike or whatever, being a little silly. But yeah, I would say if you're like 38 years old and you have an R6 and you're like commenting about how great it is on like an Instagram post, I don't know. I think you need to get a job or something. Street and Peaks on Instagram. Is it more fun to go fast on a slower bike or to go fast on a fast bike? V2 versus V4 question mark. So neither the V2 or the V4 is a slow bike. So I'm not sure why that was included on here. But obviously, when the situation calls for it, fast on a fast bike is always the best. I've always loved going fast on fast bikes, but you can't always go fast on a fast bike. So I prefer having a slower bike that I can go fast with sometimes, because realistically on road, that's all you can really do. And I believe we're talking about road here. If we talked about track, it would be maybe a little bit different. Lou Cole says he's 23, so it's fully acceptable. That's hilarious. Go for 5. Thanks for featuring me on the comments video a few days ago. I get where you're coming from now with your AV preferences. Still disagree with it, but appreciate it and respect it. Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I don't remember specifically what comments you wrote, but perhaps it was about maybe about the GS or something like that. But thanks for being here, and thanks for hitting me back on that one. Appreciate it. All right, boys, those are the questions. I think we did a pretty good job. And as a reminder, if you want to join the community, ask me more questions, hang out with everybody else, definitely join on yammie-noob.co. Become a member. I highly recommend it. Seriously, it's like the best thing about the whole Yammie Noob universe. I still check in on the Discord every day. I do drive-bys on people, goof around with people. It's a ton of fun, and I really, really enjoy it. So definitely join up on there if you haven't yet. Excuse me, boys. I'm getting over a cold. Now, it is time for possibly my favorite segment of the live stream. The Bike Roast, or Boast. The last stream, I called it Bike Roast or Boost. I still call it that. But it is now Bike Roast or Boast, because we want it to rhyme. And we have the best image. We have Valentino Rossi's last podium in factory Yamaha in front of the Tap Out Busa, opening the gates to the pearly gates to heaven. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Let's get started. W Scott 10 on Discord. Father Yam, here is my 2023 MT-09. My God, I don't know if it's like some sort of selection bias that everybody on Discord has a frickin' MT-09 based motorcycle, or it's just like the most popular bike ever. I swear to God, we get an MT-09 every single time, but that's okay. It says it's my do-everything bike. It's got FJ09 risers to drop the bars 2 inches. Hensto Moto side covers and headlights, heated grips, Corbin seat, Atlas throttle lock, and a custom bracket I made to mount XSR 900 passenger pegs that I tuck away. Whoa! This guy basically built a touring MT-09 that isn't nerdy like a Tracer 9. That's incredible. P.S. I was not arrested. My buddy got pulled over, so I took that chance to get a great photo op. That's great. Let's check out this bike. It looks stealth as hell for being as like comfy touring as you set it up. This is the one with the new frame, right? Yeah, 2023. Okay, good. I think it was 21 that they updated it. That's the good one, because man, before that they were still kind of wonky. This is really neat that he mounted up the flip away pegs from the XSR, and looks like he still has the stock exhaust, so nice and quiet. That's good. This bike, dude, this bike is super stealth for as comfortable as I know that this thing would be. Look at the riser, look at the seat. He's got the tiny little one. That's not gonna do much, that little windscreen right there. But dude, this thing, you could just ride this for forever, all day long. Corbin seats are really nice, actually. Ooh, and a track day 2. Man, this it's a guy after my own heart here, folks. We're entering our 30s here on Yammie Noob, and I really, really do love the versatility of an MT-09. Track days, chilling on it. Look, he put the sports seat back on it. He knows what he's doing. Danny says, you made the MT-09 very popular. Yamaha owes you a track new R6. I don't know if it was just me making the MT-09 popular. One company that does owe me money is Husqvarna, because I probably sold no less than like 1,000 Svartpillen 401s with my review. I hear it all the time that my review put someone over the edge to buy a Svartpillen 401. Anyways, that's a great photo, pretending like you got arrested. Beautiful scenery back here. This looks maybe like Colorado or something. It looks like big proper mountains. That's beautiful. All right, Sniped on Discord. This is my Triumph Scrambler 400. Very nice, that I just got in June, and I just hit 7,000 miles on it. Oh my God. That's like 4 months, and you did 7,000 miles? Very impressive. Man, y'all tell me, look at this bike and tell me that this is a like $5,500 motorcycle. Dude, these things look sick. Wow, this guy's pro photography levels over here. This looks like a wow. This might be the best photo we've ever received on any bike. Look at the exposure here. Got the little halo effect from the light. We have a beautiful vignetting happening. Very, very nice. Very nice photo. We have the highlight on the forest floor. Got I think this bike's the British green, right? Oh no, it's like a silver and a black. Holy top box! What the hell is that? Do you have a small Filipino boy in the back of your bike? He doesn't have to be Filipino. He could be Italian. He could be anything, but you're definitely human trafficking with that thing. Somebody back me up in the comments here. Did you Photoshop how big that is? That's what my wife told me the other day. You got another top box on here. This is for, okay, listen. This top box was when he human trafficked the Filipino boy, and then this top box is for his supplies where he's going to rip out his organs. 100%. 100%. See? He's on the way right now. Man, this is, we got to, somebody call the authorities. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Man, I love the bike, but I think you are doing some weird stuff with this thing. Lou Stella says, that big top box is the Uber Eats delivery box. Yes, I have seen this in other markets. Maybe this guy, I've only ever seen this in Europe, where they have the gigantic box. It looks like you could fit, 12 fully sized pizzas, or again, one very small, very beautiful kidney-having Filipino boy. So, yeah, I don't know about this, but the bike is gorgeous. You look good on it, but I do have some questions. All right, Toasty on Discord. I picked up this near perfect 2012 Ducati Diavel for $6,500 last September. I started out on a Harley 883 about 10 years ago, moved to a Harley Sportster 1200, nice. Then a 1993 Honda Valkyrie, excellent choice. And I finally bought this beautiful machine. I like the progression here. You're like, I like cruisers and I like power. That's it. That's such like a nice, good progression. Says, I thought that the Valk was my ultimate bike, but after losing half my body weight after a gastric bypass, it was just too heavy for me. I wanted something fast and lightweight that's still a cruiser-like ride. I started researching and decided on a Diavel. Very nice. I came down with a case of pregnancy several months later. I gave birth 2 weeks ago to my hubby and I's second daughter. I'm glad I read the rest of that sentence. I thought you said you gave birth to your husband, and I was about to have some serious questions about what the hell is even going on. Sounds like a plot to an A24 horror film. Got back on the bike a week later. My entire family rides too. Hubby has a Honda VFR 1200F, and our 14-year-old daughter has a Kawasaki Z400. Dude, what? Okay, how did you get a 14-year-old on a Kawasaki Z400? Is that legal? I don't know. I also love that I think I lost 20 viewers with the Filipino boy human trafficking comments. I probably got demonetized on YouTube too, but I do it for you guys. This is a great looking motorcycle. Remind me again what year this is? It's a 2012. 12 years old at this point. Motorcycle is just a few years younger than your daughter. That's crazy. They still look good. I said this about the Diablos. They look weird, but they look good. They've aged well. I really, really like the progression. Ooh, nice little tail tidy cover situation here. But look what happens. All the mud. This is what all the UK people tell me. They're always like, you're going to get mud on your rear fender, mate, if you ride in the wet and the muddy roads in the UK. And I'm like, I don't live on your stupid little island. I live in Texas. I don't have rain. I'm not riding in the cold and the rain like you have to on your stupid little island. There's no excuse to be British. There's not. And nobody can convince me otherwise. Can you tell this live stream's a little unhinged? I like the energy on this one, boys. I do. Luke Cole says that was a goated joke. I don't remember what joke. You're talking about the Filipino boy in the top box? I hope not. Yeah, Ducati Diavol. I like it. It looks good. Got a little rock format on there. I like that. All right. Z-Rez on Discord. Edited for length. Someone waxing poetic about their motorcycle on Discord. I can't believe that. Third bike. It's a 2000 Kawasaki ZRX 1100, or better known as the Z-Rex. This one's cool. I think I know a little bit about this bike. They say I started on a 2015 R3 and put a lot of unnecessary mods on it and got nowhere near my money back on it. Should have taken your advice because I got bored of the bike really quick. Hey, man, I started an R3 and I bought a Daytona way before I should have. I moved up to a 2001 Yamaha YZF 600R, but the previous owner lied literally about everything with the bike. I put a shitload of money into it and lost my ass again. I lucked out with the Z-Rex, though. It's a beautiful bike that delivers power throughout the rev range, full Kerr exhaust, America, and a K&N air filter. I'm very happy with this bike, and I love it. Truly wish you'd do some early to mid-2000s bike reviews on the channel. Let's take a look at this thing. Yes, this is the bike, dude. These are so sick. I really, really like these. Honestly, these have aged really, really well. Okay, so if y'all don't know anything about this bike, this was when Kawasaki, I guess this was their first crack at, retro. Oh, look at the little, that's an old school Yammie Noob sticker with the white. I think that is. Sorry, anyways, I got distracted. I believe this is when Kawasaki, it was their first attempt at, a retro modern bike in the early 2000s, calling back to the 70s, I think. So we have the twin analog gauges. We have a big-ass inline 4, but it's liquid-cooled. It's a little bit more modern. They put, the old-school air fins on there. And I believe that they made a Kenny Roberts edition for this motorcycle, which was really cool. I think they sold it in green, if memory serves me correctly. But these are great. You cannot go wrong with this because this gives you the UJM experience, but just newer and modern and more normal. And, I mean, they rip, right? They're great. They're comfortable. They make an awesome amount of power. The only criticism I think I would have is that they're heavy. They're a little lumbering, right? I think these weigh almost 500 or a little over 500 if memory serves me correctly. So these are pretty sweet. Yeah, these look good, man. This is like a Honda Hornet, but just kind of muscled up, you know? I think they're nice. Yeah, this looks really, really good. Check out this swing arm. And I couldn't tell. I thought this was just the lighting, but I think everything is gold matched on this bike. Kind of got a 70s pimp vibe going on with this thing. I like it. It reminds me of the 1980s Datsun black gold thing. It's pretty sweet. And to the question that this person had about me reviewing early to mid 2000s bikes, would love to do that. But then that would mean that I have to interact with people who own early to mid 2000s motorcycles of Japanese varieties. And I'm not ready to, have to fight for my life, dropping off a bike. I'm not, I'm just not ready for that. Okay, Stiggy5 on Discord. Hey, this is my little pride and joy, a 2000 Ninja 250. God damn. I've owned the bike since 2015, but due to losing the title, I didn't get around to riding it until this year when I got around to getting a new title. I love you. You waited 9 years to get a new title for that. That's incredible, bro. That's incredible. Tell me how Ninja 250s never get pulled over. You don't, man, that's crazy. Anyway, I've done a bunch to the bike. New tires, cleaned the tank, rebuilt the carbs, in addition to a bunch of other smaller stuff. So far, I've put 1K miles on it and have had so much fun. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me keep reading this. I got the bike for $250 back in the day. That tells you alone how crazy inflation has been in the last 5 years, that this man bought a 2000 Ninja 250 in 2015 for $250. But he says, because I kept getting told the Ninja 250 was the best cheap starter bike, and I'm inclined to believe it. That was the common knowledge back in 2015 or 14, whenever you got this thing. I planned on eventually trading up to something like a VFR 800 once I'm comfortable enough. At the pace that you're running with this motorcycling thing, I anticipate you getting a VFR 800 by the year 2057 or something like that, because it took you 10 years to ride 1,000 miles on it. Maybe you got deployed. Maybe the guy with the Speed 400 took you away for, in his own Guantanamo Bay for a while. And that was your own personal prison that you had to endure while you couldn't ride this bike for 10 years. Let's take a look at it before we keep talking so much trash about it. Oh, that's the best paint scheme, isn't it? Boys, it's the best paint scheme. Look at that. Purple wheels, green paint job, the 90s graphic there with the ninja. Man, still looks good. Looks a little retro, but still looks good. This is one of the cleanest 250s I've ever seen. Not the cleanest, because that honor goes to, I remember one time I was doing it, and it came from Craigslist, and we found on Facebook Marketplace, it was a silver, 2001 Ninja 250. It had 3,000 miles on it. It literally looked showroom. It was crazy. Everything was stock on it. Every single thing. Yeah, this is an impressive looking machine just because it's so clean and simple. That's really, really nice. It pops really nice too. This was one of the rides you took in the last 1,000 miles in the last 10 years. Did I get that correct? Let me just double check. He says he's owned the bike since 2015, but due to losing the title, I didn't get around to riding it until this year. So far, I've put 1K. You know what? You're probably covering your own ass because you're like, well, if they put 2 and 2 together and they know that I've ridden for 50,000 miles, there's no way I did that in the year that I got the title, so I'm just going to cover my own ass. But whatever. I'm not here to judge your choices, okay? Oh, a yellow Buell. That guy thinks different. That guy's got 3 freezers in his house. Yep. Meal preps roadkill like RFK. You got a yellow Buell. Unpredictable bastard. 100%. What is that guy up to? How many tiny Honda mini bikes does he have just littered in his front yard? Probably many. Don't trust a yellow Buell person. Just don't. Okay. Toaster Stridsvagnen on Discord. This is my track bike. Let's go. Some race bikes, boys. An 07 R6. Has a little less than 20K miles. Just picked it up in June. I've had 1 weekend so far. She needs a little love for 4K. I can't complain. Came with the steering damper, up and down quick shifter, Brembo master cylinder, braided lines, track fairings, Vortex rear sets, Acro pipe, and cat delete, power commander, and still more that I'm forgetting. That's pretty good. Still haven't torn into it, so I can't comment on how healthy it is, but she runs good. As my first dedicated track bike in Supersport, I'm very excited to bring her out some more. I mean, come on, man. Come on, that's pretty good. $4,000 for a track bike that works and has a Brembo Master and some pretty good little mods on it. Okay, that pipe looks like, perhaps a wizard was smoking something real nice on it. It also looks like maybe a meth head pipe with the amount of bluing, but how small and tight it is. Tightest, smallest little pipe I've ever seen. The color's kind of cool. Looks like pop out for frame sliders, but we don't have frame sliders. Honestly, for 4,000, it's pretty damn good. 4,000 bucks. Did it come with these tires too? I mean, that's pretty clean. This is a good deal, right? Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with the price of it, right? I think a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's, you know, you got that free. Like, I don't know what it is with old timers at the track. They love just talking shit. Honestly, I think, like, as you get older, you just have less to lose, and you're like, dude, I'm going to talk shit to this guy, whatever. I feel it bubbling up in myself, too, where I'm like, I just say shit to people just because it's hilarious. And I feel like by the time I'm 60 years old doing a track day, I'm like, what the hell do I care what you think about me? But yeah, someone on chat said that the the color is going to blind their eyes and the left side looks a little better. That is true. Yeah, I think the left side does look a little better. But yeah, 4K track bike, having some fun, getting out there. What's not to like? That's good stuff. Sasquatch on Discord. This is my 2008 990 Super Duke. Okay, we got a rare bird here, boys. This is good. I got it from my stepdad about a half a year ago when he got off the casting couch. Wait, what? No, that's not the video we're talking about. Sorry. It's a ton of fun when it runs. My stepdad found me in the washer machine. No, sorry. It has an Akrapovic exhaust system, Moto Hooligan intake, secondary air system, and charcoal canister delete. Unfortunately, I think it spent more time in the garage than on the road, and that's sad. Currently needs a new clutch and hub. It's getting cold here, so hopefully I have it on the road again by April. Maybe by then I can get some more nice pictures of the bike instead of just all the issues. These are cool. These are really cool. This was the old V-twin Super Dukes. And this was the big Duke back in the day, man. This was the Duke that actually had, like, I think the V-twin in it, like proper big power. This was the kind of the original Super Duke, big, bad, bike that KTM made for a while there. I'm surprised by this. Look, radial-mounted brakes for a 2008 KTM. Not bad. That's... I bet you have lots of photos like this in your camera roll. I bet that you have many, many photos of you holding different parts, receipts for different things, probably screenshots from forum posts. Trust me, I've lived that life. I've been there. When you have your whole camera roll is a bunch of just wretched photos of broken stuff. Yeah, and photos like this too. And then with little markups on it with arrows pointing to it. And oh my God, yeah, I've definitely been there before. Look, you bought a mid-2000s KTM, you will pay. You will pay either with money, with time, with your dignity, with your sanity. You absolutely will. There's no way around it. And they are fun. You know, it can be fun to own a mid-2000s KTM. And the word can there is doing a lot of work for me, you know? That's the operative word. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting in the sense that you could have fun. It could be a good time. It won't be. It won't be a good time. I'm feeling this bike review this week is just, you know, a real roast fest rather than a boost fest. I'm not boosting y'all at all. Cool Hand Puke said that's unlike a KTM, working on it more than riding it. Yeah. Yeah, never heard that before. Oh, geez. All right, Crim on Discord. Producer Logan said he edited for the length to read the whole story on Discord. All right, I just recently was able to convince my brother's father to sell me the 2006 CBR 1000R that my brother rode when he was alive. My brother passed at 29 years old in 2011 and loved riding. Well, I'm sorry to hear for your loss. That really does suck. The bike has full nitrous system, Undertale 2 Brothers full exhaust, power commander, blah, blah, every other possible performance squid drag part you can put on the bike. She's incredibly loud and fast, and really only my H2 and 1000 or S1000 bros can even compete in sound and performance locally. Sounds like you can have some fun with the bike. Overall, it's an unwieldy bitch, but very fun to ride for short periods. Man, you know, as a guy that's owned a Turbo Hayabusa and a built H2, I think that everybody owes it to themselves that at some point in their life, they need to own a motorcycle like this. A motorcycle that's unwieldy, that it just absolutely scares the piss out of you every time you ride it. But then you get off of it and you're like, oh man, Come on, give me some more of that good stuff there, huh? Give me some more of that juice, baby. Malamoto says, great starter bike. This is a good starter bike. This has a lot done to it. I can tell it's the swing arm. It's super clean for, this is a 2006. Well, I guess he did pass away, so maybe it didn't get ridden very much. It's like ultra clean. Super, super nice. A nitrous leader bike. That's gotta be fast. That's gotta be damn fast, man. Nice little trailer setup. Pretty clean. Little trackside stand. You got the princess tie-down strap job. Look at that. Ooh, you double strapped it because you're worried about it falling. Dude, just send 2 straps on it. Call it. Don't even do the rear. Just send it. Who cares? You got the tailgate up, bro. It's going to be fine. Where's it going to go? If it tips over, falls in the trailer. Whatever. You know, life's short. Fiddler. And I'm assuming that's your brother because the photo's a little older looking. If it is, rest in peace. We always respect a fallen rider. Hopefully he didn't, pass away on the bike. I'd hate for that to be the case. But I like the bike, dude. Clean, blue and silver. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, pretty sweet. Whoa, man says, OMG live Yammie. Brother, get used to it. Every Wednesday we're out here doing this. Not with this energy. This energy's crazy today, but yeah, every Wednesday we be doing this. All right, German A2 boy. Next one on the chopping block. This is my ZX6R 636B track bike. Nobody refers to it as that. Nobody calls it a ZX6R 636B. Just call it a ZX6. Just call it a 636. You don't have to give us all that. I bought the thing and crashed and broken for €1,400 and a crate full of beer. It's got some kind of built suspension. It's got some kind of suspension. I don't know what it is. It's got a full titanium macro system. It's got the most stupid power band, and I crashed it. And also, I look like a monkey while sitting on it. Now it's got bent forks, and I'm too poor to fix it. Let's take a look. German A2 Boy is a long-time user on our Discord. I've been fielding comments and questions from this young man, I think since 2021 minimum, maybe longer. Love the little happy face you got on here. This is adorable. It's like a little angry little Pokemon looking thing. You don't look huge on it, but you do look like a big strong fella. You're German, right? So you got those I can't say that word here on stream. Let's dial it back a little bit before I get in trouble here. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. What year is this again? We didn't even get a year. You didn't even tell me what year it is. I'm supposed to know. Oh, maybe the 636B lets me know that it's a second gen 03 to 07 ZX6, and it was the one that had the side cases that were different than the other one, as if I'm supposed to freaking know that. Which I do. I do have like borderline autistic knowledge about motorcycles, but yeah. Okay, I take back what I said. You do look enormous on this motorcycle. Chat, I think we can agree this man looks very big on this bike. But it just means that the bike has to perform, right? It just means you believe in those extra 36 cc's of displacement will carry you to the finish line there. Sonny Kim says B is 0304. What did I tell you? I knew somebody would come in with this. I knew somebody would back me up with the Wikipedia knowledge here with like I know which letter denotes which year for the ZX6. How am I supposed to know that, dude? Okay. Let's move on to other photos. Your sticker game is weak. I will say that. We have misplaced stickers. I'm not really sure. You could have just picked one spot. You should have put all these stickers in one spot, kind of lined them up and kind of put them there. You kind of did like a lunchbox thing with this. You kind of put them all over the map, and I don't know why you did that. Somebody asked if he's 6'8" or something. He looks like a big boy, I gotta say. But he is only going to give us that measurement in centimeters, or meters and centimeters, because he's from Germany. And we already talked about those damn islanders over in Britain. I'm not talking about the Germans. Absolutely not. Because neither one of them can build a real motorcycle, am I right? Let's go. Come on. XX Anomadrius XX. What do I have, like, MySpace levels of usernames here? This is my first bike, my 2018 Kawasaki Versus 650 LT ABS. I passed my MSF in August, and I ignored all the advice and started on a 650. What are you talking about? Everyone says to start on a 650. Who is telling you to not start? Nobody told you that. Nobody said, no, the Versus 650 is too powerful. Don't do it. You'll get hurt, bro. No, it's too badass, dude. No, don't get the bro. Don't get a Versus 650, bro. All the advice, I just ignored it, man. It don't phase me. I ride a Versus 650. It don't phase me, brother. I just ride, bro. I got it late this season, but I still put a bunch of miles on it. Previous owner took off the windshield for some reason, but it's still plenty comfortable to ride. Long hours in the saddle with little fatigue. It's a Versus 650. Of course it is. So far, pretty happy with the bike, and it gets plenty of looks and compliments wherever I ride it. No, it does not. No, it does not. No, it does not. No, it does not. Chat, back me up on this. No, it does not. There is no. Let's take a look. No, it does not. Come on. No, you can't look. You started lying to me on the you started lying to me on the top of this one, right? You started lying to me and you said that you ignored all the advice and you started on a 650. And then you kept lying to me and you said that it gets lots of looks. It does not. No. It's a decent little bike, right? This is solid. I'm sure you picked this up for a steal, but come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Yeah, at the gas station, motherfuckers be dropping by like, God damn, look at the Versus, though. Shit, dude. God damn, man. Girls just come up through the stoplights and just flashing you like, please take me out the fucking Versus. Only if you're Ari Henning. If you're Ari Henning, they drop the panties for you. But that's for different reasons. Those for his insane biceps with those veins. And he looks at your motorcycle and it becomes fixed. And then you're like, I think I'm gay now. And then you're married to Ari Henning on his Versus 650. But that's definitely not happening on this bike. What the hell is this? Just a busted up bike. Is this the Versus 650 that it wants to be? I don't know what the hell this is here. This looks like a Gixxer, a R6. What am I looking at? Okay, back to not just roasting you alive. The Versus 650, this one looks great. Good model. It's going to do everything you need it to do. Super comfortable. And yeah, this is a good one. I like it. It works, you know. And you know what? In black, if you squint, you know, it just looks more like a shadow than anything else, and you don't have to tell anybody you ride a Versus. Okay. Dax on Discord, one of our most prolific members, a lovely young woman from Malaysia, I think. I can't remember, but she's like super into racing, so I think this is about that. Let's see. I don't technically own it, but I'm racing the Suzuki GSXR 150 for the rest of the year. A GSXR 150 is like taking a shot of Monster Energy and pretending like you're going to, you know, be juiced up for the whole day. It's not enough. It's not a real Gixxer. It's not enough displacement for you to get the entire, you know, Gixxer energy out of it. You know what I mean? It's just not enough. She says, I'm 6'2", so I look like a stick bug on it. Comes with GG Delinea designed aero package using next-gen composite materials. Duct tape, that's pretty funny. It has an up-only quick shifter, full exhaust, ECU, Supercorsa SC2s, and the rest is stock. God damn. This thing's built. It's got a lot of nose for not a lot of wheel. I really like these 150s and these like 125s that they sell in like Malaysia and the Philippines and stuff. Because if you squint, you're like, ooh, like Gixxer Thou, what are we looking at? And then you look at the front wheel and tire, you're like, what the hell? That looks like a Huffy bike. I think this is her right here. This is great though. Kart track ripping and racing. I love it. I love it. X-Star livery. Got the aero package. Look at this. Oh my God. Awesome. GG Delinea inspired. Yes, he would be very happy. All right, boys. That was the Bike Roaster Boost. Damn, it's already 7. I kind of went ham on that one. Hope y'all had some fun with that one. I kind of felt like I was on something. Which I'm not. I'm stone cold sober, if you can believe it. I got nothing in my veins right now except ice. Motorcycle trivia. Let's get started here. In what year did John Bloor establish Triumph Motorcycles Limited? I think I know the answer to this one, and it's unexpected because they went into receivership back in the 90s, I think. I'm going to say No, it was the 80s, wasn't it? It was the 80s that he bought it. And then in the 90s, they did all the revitalization with like the Daytona, the 955, the 955 and all that. I'm going to say 1987. 83. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Who is this? Who is the daddy on the Rocket 3 over here? God damn. I know he's having y'all question your masculinity right now looking at this character. I know he is. Don't even lie to me. Don't even lie to me with the hiking boots. Don't even lie to me. What company was the first to use a Rotax engine in a two-wheeled vehicle? Oh my God. What kind of question is this? Producer Logan, you're trying to kill me out here. Make me look stupid. What company was the first to use a Rotax engine in a two-wheeled vehicle? Oh, the BMW? No, they would make their own. They would make their own engine, right? Oh my God, I have no idea. What company was? I'm gonna say KTM. KTM. Could it be Buell? Zephyr said that's the MILF Slayer. That's pretty funny. I'm gonna say KTM. Can-Am. Oh, come on. Can-Am began selling Rotax-powered dirt bikes in 1971. Rotax would eventually provide engines for BMW, Aprilia, and Buell. I guess they did do for BMW. I didn't think that they did that. I didn't know Aprilia did either. I don't know. Rotax just be making engines, right? Okay, we're 0 for 0. What is the origin of the name Aprilia? Bro, what is going on with these questions? I remember we talked about this bike in like the ugliest bikes of all time video. Look, actually, I don't even think it's that ugly anymore. I forgot what the model of this one is, but it was like, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, what is the origin of the name Aprilia? I think a pizza maker probably fell down some stairs in Italy, and as he was falling, he was like Aprilia. You know, maybe he said it like that. Let's see if that's correct. The name Aprilia comes from the Latin phrase Venus Aprilia. Yeah, I'm right. Which translates to Venus fertilizes. Whoa. Hey, this is a family show. The name was chosen by Alberto Beggio, the founder of Aprilia, who was inspired by the Lancia Aprilia car. Dang. So Aprilia, if you ride on, you be fertilizing, and not in the way that you think. You're spreading your seed, if you know what I mean. Moving on. Okay. Oh, love this. This is a fun bit of, I can talk about this a little bit. What was the highest speed ever achieved in the 125cc MotoGP class? Bonus question, who set the record? I hope that this picture is a indication, because this is Maverick Vinales, and that's Paris Hilton, and she had a race team in the mid-2000s, which I think is the most Paris Hilton, like, mid-2000s thing to have ever happened ever. So hilarious. Now, these were back when they were two strokes, and they were nasty little bikes. Love those old school 125cc bikes. Not the Moto 3 bikes of today. Danny says 95 miles an hour. Hell no. Hell no. It was way more than that. I'm going to say the highest speed ever achieved in the 125cc class was 141 miles an hour. 155! And of course, Valentino Rossi accomplished it in 1996 when racing for Aprilia. God damn! 155 on a 125cc two-stroke. Can y'all really understand? That's crazy. That's insane. That's a wild speed for such a little motorcycle. Man. All right, we have not answered one question correctly. So let's try this. How many different entities have owned Indian motorcycles since their founding in 1901? Then we got an old school meme here. Eye test. There are 13 Harleys in this picture. Now you know how it feels to park a Harley near an Indian. It's pretty funny. Old school boomer memes. We love them. Okay. How many different entities have owned Indian? I think I've actually answered this trivia question before. Sonny Kim said, what track? Monza, right? Like, where did he achieve 155 miles an hour? How long was he holding that throttle wide open to get there? Anyways, I believe the answer to this is like, I think it's like a crazy figure, like 15 or 16. I'm going to say 16. Okay, now, oh, the ninth. I thought Logan was going to make me count here. Indian Motorcycles is currently owned by Polaris, the ninth business entity to own the trademark. Previous owners include Hendy Manufacturing, Brockhouse Engineering, Associated Motorcycles, Floyd Clymer, just some guy, Alan Newman, just some guy, American Moped Associates, I need to join them, Indian Motorcycle Company of America, and Stellacan Limited. Okay, well, I don't know any of that, so this trivia is way too damn hard. Or maybe I'm way too damn stupid. Which of the following was not sold by Harley-Davidson during the AMF years? Jet skis, snowmobiles, or golf carts? Oh, this is tough. I know that they sold golf carts. I don't know if they sold jet skis or snowmobiles. I have a feeling that they did not get into aquatic anything. So I bet you it's snowmobiles. Let's see. Jet skis. Oh my God, they literally did have Harley-Davidson snowmobiles. God, the AMF years were crazy. Bowling ball company or bowling alley company that owned Harley-Davidson? I don't know. All right, boys, that was the trivia. I answered none of those correctly. I don't think that's ever happened where not even one question was correct. I was close on a few, but not good enough. Now we're wrapping up the stream with the mystery box. Let's go. Have it here in this bag. Less of a mystery box and more of a mystery bag. We have... Oh my God, no way. Producer Logan. We have with us today... Oh, wow. A motorcycle child safety belt. Riding safety. Nothing about it feels safe to me. This is the ADQ H1 multifunction riding safety belt. Oh my God, dude. Who invented this? What wretched Chinese conglomerate came up with this idea? Oh my God, I have to read you guys this direction. Okay. How to put it on when using it. Number 1, put the strap on the baby's head and put it on the body from the top and bottom. Love where this is starting out. Just strap that baby's head on there. Tighten the safety buckle of the baby's belt. Adjust baby's strap to the proper length. A baby should not be on a bike. The baby itself climb in a motorbike or by the help of its parent, and the riding seatbelt is carried by the baby. Damn, this baby's talented, man. This baby's carrying the seatbelt. It's jumping on top of the bike. The parent wears the strap and belt with the safety buckle locked. Wow, dude. Oh, this is great. Look, it talks about the structure of this system. It says, connection buckle of the shoulder strap for babies. Adjustable buckle of the shoulder strap for babies. Belt for babies. Vest for babies. Safety handle. That's it. Not for babies. Not for anybody else. And then this one says, belt for parents. Adjustable buckle of the shoulder strap for parents. And a shoulder strap. Basically, this is like a rig for like your shoulder and a belt, like a support rig that you would put on like a backpack. And then a smaller one that's just like loosely attached to it that you would just strap onto a child and then just go for a spin, dude. That way, when you have to lay her down, your kid feels that pain too. When you got to just tuck the front on your HD, you're like, you're coming with me, Bobby. You're not jumping off the bike. I'm going to grind your bones into the ground when I flip on my back like a turtle and kill you on this Harley-Davidson. Riding safety. Motorcycle child safety belt. Give this one a solid 8 out of 10. This is a great product. Very, very nice. Let's read the warning labels really quick. This product is designed to provide stability while riding, but not a life-saving device. Honestly, this is a life-ruining device if you wear it. By embarrassment, and also, again, like I said, you lay it down, you're dead. Users still need to strictly comply, obey the traffic rules, and pay attention to all traffic safety when riding. All connections and fasteners used in this product have strict quality requirements. Users cannot replace any parts. Right to repair, am I right, boys? Do not carry any sharp objects when wearing this product. If the product is damaged, please stop using it immediately. Do not connect other objects to the seatbelt, otherwise unpredictable danger may occur. Before using this product, please make sure that the fastener is fastened correctly. My favorite warning was talking about attaching other things to the safety belt. So if you guys wanted to use this for a grocery run and you wanted to like strap a watermelon to your back, don't do that. Unpredictable danger may happen. I do think that, yeah, I gotta say, you attach something to the back of this that's not a baby, unpredictable danger may happen. And I'm gonna be honest, if you attach a baby to the back of this, I think unpredictable danger will continue to happen, if I'm being real. Boys, that's gonna wrap up the stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out. I think I had a good time with this one. I think y'all really enjoyed the roast. I don't know how I summoned up that energy for today to just completely goof off on the ridiculousness of everything. But I hope I can summon it for the next one. And I hope y'all had some fun. This was a good one. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out. Join on the Discord. Join on Yammie.co. Become a member. I give away bikes all the time. It's a fun time. And I'm always talking about motorcycles. Obviously. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.